Kennedy had stumbled. It's too far for him. Now Gene tips into the Portland zone. Chase a loose puck up the slot. Gene in alone. Who's back and scores! Kyle Gene able to put play. Wolf back on the board. A quick developing play.
Frank, a little break. Orlov breaking a stick on a clearing bid, and a shot and a goal results. Ledberg ties the game with 1:42.
Since 1997, the Hartford Wolfpack has been a successful AHL franchise, but part of their organization goes unnoticed, and that is the equipment managers. Through their hard work and long hours, they are a big part of the team's success. We're taking you through a typical day of the Hartford Wolfpack equipment managers.
The equipment manager's hard day begins at 8:45 in the morning. They have to transport all of their equipment from their game arena in Hartford to their practice arena in Cromwell. When the truck arrives to the practice facility, the equipment managers must remove all the sticks and bags from the truck and bring them to the locker room. Avon's own Zach MacMillian got to learn firsthand from the equipment managers and helped to unload all of the bags from the truck and bring them into the locker room. There are 24 different players in the Wolfpack, and the equipment managers are responsible to make sure each and every piece of equipment is ready in the locker room before every game and practice. After all of the bags have been unloaded from the truck and brought into the locker room, the equipment managers must unpack each player's bag individually. Some of the Wolfpack players can be very particular about the way their bags are unpacked. The equipment managers must take note of each player's preferences to properly unpack each bag. After the equipment managers have unpacked every bag, the players are ready to get dressed for their afternoon skate. The process of transporting the bags to the practice facility must be completed after every home and away game. We were able to speak with equipment manager Craig Lewis and talk to him about a typical day working with the Hartford Wolfpack.
I get to the rink about 7:30 every morning, before 8 o'clock usually. Get all the laundry together, set up jerseys, socks, make sure that everything's ready for when the players walk in the door around 8:45. They have to be in the room by 9. Practice is at 10. So you make sure the bench is all set up with water bottles, pucks, towels, anything they need out there. Practice goes for about an hour and 15 minutes. After that, just a ton of laundry to do in the afternoon. Usually leave the rink around 3:30, 4 o'clock, but there's some downtime in between where you can sit down, hang out.
So what are the challenges when you go to away games for you?
Away games, it's a long day. You're at the rink at 7:30 in the morning, and say, for instance, we play in Albany tomorrow at 7 o'clock, so we'll have a morning skate at 10 a.m. The players will hang their gear. We have to pack up their bags around 2, and then we load the bus up at 2:45. Then the bus leaves. We get to Albany for 5, unpack the bus. Players will dress. They'll go out and play the game, and then we have a 4.5-hour ride to Hershey. So it's just a long day, and then when we get to Hershey, we drop the players off. We have to go to the rink, unload all the gear. By the time we get to our hotel rooms, it's anywhere from 2 to 3 o'clock if we're lucky. We get a couple hours of sleep, and you're right back at the rink at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Before the Wolfpack hit the ice this afternoon, we got to speak with former player and head coach Ken Jernander.
So, as a coach, what's the most important thing you see the equipment managers do for the players?
I think just the preparation, so that when the guys get here, everything's laid out for them and they're not scrambling around to, that's just one thing that they can get off their mind. They don't have to worry about those types of issues. They can come in and everything should be laid out for them, and as soon as they're there, they're able to focus on the more important task of the hockey.
And when you were a player, how was your relationship with the equipment managers?
With the equipment managers, it was pretty good. They're a part of your culture or the team's. There's a certain culture or whatever in the locker room, and and they're a big part of that. When the guys get in here first thing in the morning, first things they see are equipment trainers, the medical trainers, players like that, or personnel like that. They usually don't see the coaches until, you know, we hit the ice. So, you know, they have a little bit of responsibility in the room to make sure that everything stays light. You know, it doesn't want to have an oppressive atmosphere, but also business-like, and everything should be in order.
With long hours and many tasks to fulfill, a typical day for a hockey equipment manager can be pretty tough. Although with its many perks, such as traveling with the team and making great relationships with each player, it makes it worthwhile. I'm Matt Williamson, Avon Old Farms.